Hey, what's good YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In this video today, we're going to be talking about how to win more solo matches in Fortnite. I know a lot of you guys are always asking me, Verbus, how do you always win solo matches? And on top of all that, how do you find 20 people in your lobbies? So today, I'm going to be giving you guys the 5 best ways that you can always win more solo matches and be a more successful solo player. I do want to let you guys know this weekend I am playing with a bunch of you guys, and I'm gonna do like a mass records like every single game. I'm gonna start like just getting clips with every single person that wants to play. So I'll definitely send out a tweet. Follow my Twitter down in the comment section below to find out when it starts. I'll also make a community post too so that everybody knows, for those of you who don't have Twitter and all that stuff. So I want you guys to play with me, definitely, so you guys can be featured in my videos. And I'm going to do this a lot more, so definitely always stay tuned. Keep those post notifications on, just so you guys know, just so you guys can see yourself in video too. I think it'd be pretty cool for you guys. But anyway, let's get right into the video. We're going to be talking about how to win more solo matches today. And honestly, the first thing I want you guys to know is that when you go in any solo game ever, you always have to have a plan of some kind. So what's different from solo matches is the fact that you don't have anybody else having your back. Like, you go into duos and you go into squads, you have anywhere from 2 to 3 other people who's got your back and who's letting you know, like calling out like where are your enemies. Sometimes you might not even see where your enemies are in solo matches. Sometimes you might mess up in solo matches, and anytime you guys mess up, that is your own fault. Like, you literally, all the decisions you make is on you. So if you guys make a bad choice, you guys make a bad play, that's on you. You can't help that. And that's something that I think that a lot of players can grow off of, is playing more solo matches. Playing more solo matches will definitely teach you guys what your strengths and what your weaknesses are. And if you guys do lose a lot of solo matches, that could be like a lot of different things. But the biggest thing that I would say is you're not having a plan. Like, you don't choose the best positioning. You don't know how to play maybe against really good players that you have to work on. There's a lot of different things that go into it, but having a plan, choosing where to land, somewhere really nice, somewhere not really that populated, but also if you guys do want a little smoke when you drop, definitely land somewhere like Salty Springs, which is in the middle of the map, Retail Row if it's towards the end of the map, and just places like that away from the first battle bus drop. Initially, when I load in, the first thing I always think to myself is exactly where on the map I want to land, where the best rotation is going to be. So if I land in the middle of the map, I know that everybody's going to be coming around me, and I don't have to really necessarily go to anybody. If I land towards the edge of the map, I know that I have to run at people instead of people coming towards me. So I do recommend that you guys land the edge of the map a lot, just because you make that initial attack to people, because a lot of people aren't going to be going towards the edge of the map unless the circle is on the edge of the map. So for example, if you guys land like Lucky Landing, which is a really good spot to land for if you're going for like win streaks, nobody's actually going to be running at you unless that's where the storm is. So if the circle's there, then people are going to be running at you. So definitely have a plan when you guys go into it. Having a plan is a very good way to always win more solo games. So the second thing I want to talk to you guys about is take more risks. A lot of you guys don't take risks because a lot of you guys are afraid that if you do, you're gonna die. So you might just sit around and you wait for something to happen. And that's really not what you guys want to do. Solo matches are all about taking the game over. If you take the game over, and if you guys always dictate the game, you will always win more solo matches. Every single game I get into for solos, I always try to dictate the game and make it so that I judge how everybody else plays. So they have to play around me. They have to play against me, but I run every single fight. And obviously, if you guys watch the gameplay in the background, I am doing a very good job of that. In this gameplay, nobody even really touches me. Towards the beginning here, you guys will notice that I am getting touched by a lot of players, getting a lot of third parties and stuff, but I'm taking everybody out. Nobody can really do any damage to me. I'm running the most of my fights. Maybe like 2 or 3 tryhards that I really ran into this game that were really good, but even them, I dictated. I told them how we were going to run this fight, and I won ultimately in the end. And so that's what you guys really want to do. You want to be able to dictate the fights. You want to take risks, take more risks, because they will pay off. So if there's a loot drop in a fight, maybe go to that fight, pick up those kills, and then on top of all that you get a supply drop, and then you get all that loot too. So the more loot you have, the more ammo you have, the more mats you have. It's all from taking risks. You're not going to actually be able to build off of anything in game if you guys aren't taking any risks, if you guys aren't killing anybody. And that's really the biggest thing that I can tell you guys. More risks will pay off. Obviously you're going to fail. There are going to be times where you don't win. There are going to be times where you fail and you fall flat on your face. That's fine, because we want that. We want to be able to actually build off of something that we lost from. Now, there's a really good saying, it's from The Incredibles, that you don't really learn from success, but you learn from failure. So definitely keep that in mind. Take more risks. So the third thing we're going to be talking about today is changing your mentality. So a good way to think about this, a good way to think about solo matches is just kind of thinking about it as like consistent 1v1s. So if you guys do go into creative a lot and you build fight a lot, think of every single time you fight somebody, it's just another 1v1. Now, obviously, build fights in creative are much different from build fights in an actual match, in an actual public match. But still, like, if you guys think about it like this, if you get into a fight with one person, all you have to do is beat that one person, and then after that, there's another person you have to fight. Like, yeah, the third party happens. Sometimes you do get sandwiched where there's like two people shooting at you at the same time, which honestly I think is the most unskilled thing in the world, because those people are just really hungry for the kill. But that's really rare. Like, that's not gonna happen to you every single game, and it does happen. There's really nothing you can do about it. It's understandable. But at the same time, like, you're not going to run into a lot of people who are teaming, and you're playing solos, you're not playing duos or squads, so you don't have to worry about more than one person. So if you guys really do kind of want to get better at solos, practicing 1v1s and just smacking your friends is a really good way to get practice in, because you don't want another player to dictate how you play and basically show you that you're not as good as them. That's basically what solos are. So solos are consistent 1v1s, and that's all I really started thinking about, was they're just consistent 1v1s. When I play in creative a lot, I do pretty well, so I just translated that over into solo matches, and I just started to really get more kills because of that. So honestly, like I said, change your mentality. Don't be so nervous either. Don't be nervous that every single time you get into a fight you're gonna die. You're gonna probably just get into another match and do good, or you might get into another match and you might learn something from that match. So definitely change your mentality. Keep that in mind, guys. And let's move on to number 4, which is gonna be, don't let your opponent do absolutely anything they want to. So this is something that I had to practice, because at this point, if you guys aren't really trying that hard, if you guys are just kicking back, playing some public matches, eating some chips with your favorite drink in your other hand, it's really not going to go well for you guys. So honestly, a lot of players know how to play this game in Season 8. So with all that being said, the first thing you guys want to be able to do is try as hard as them, but don't let your opponent do anything they want to. If they do what they want, they will dictate that fight. And if you do what you want, you will dictate that fight. So don't let your opponents do anything. Don't let them move. Don't let them do anything. Don't let them build. You have to give them hell. You have to show them who is the boss in this fight and who is going to kill them. It's very, very important to show that, because if you guys don't do that, you're going to have issues. You guys are going to have problems. You guys aren't going to be able to win more games. You guys aren't going to be able to kill more players just in general. And this is talking about just in duos, squads, and solos. In any game mode in this game, if you let your opponent do what they want to do, they can do absolutely anything they want against you, and you might not have a defense for that. So don't let your opponent do absolutely anything they want to do. Always keep the pressure on, always keep moving, deny what they're doing, block what they're doing, and make sure that you guys can counter off of that, and then dictate the fight that way. You show them, listen, I'm the one who's running the fight, you're not, so sit down, son, and then just keep on moving. So the last thing we're going to be talking about that ties into tip number 4 is try hard. You guys got to try hard. Seriously, unfortunately, listen, like, I know there's so many good tryhards and sweaty tryhards out there, but unfortunately, that's really how you guys have to play this game, is you have to try hard, you have to sweat. And I mean, it's gotten to this point where it is really annoying in this game, but 90% of the time you get into a game, you're not going to run into anybody besides tryhards. So you guys do definitely got to keep that in mind, that trying hard will only benefit you guys. It will not hurt you, it will benefit you guys, because if you guys try hard, you'll be able to do more things that you want to do. And if you guys always practice that way, and I tell everybody, if you guys are seriously going to try hard, if you guys are seriously trying in arena, always practice that way. Always go into creative with 100% of your effort, trying to learn all the nice moves, all the good tricks. If you guys are trying to hit more shots, definitely try to always hit those shots. Just practice as much as possible. If you guys are always trying, even in life, anything you do in life, man, if you always try, man, if you always want it, in the end, you will definitely succeed, I promise. So this game is no different from any other video game that you guys have ever played in. If you guys try hard, you will succeed. Try hard every single game, and if you try your hardest and you fail, man, that's all right. You're back to the lobby, and you can hit the start button again. You can get into another solo match, and if you fail again, hit that button again and get into another solo match, man. Just keep practicing until you consistently always win solo matches. And I really honestly hope I helped you guys out today. If I did, drop a comment down below and tell me about it, and like this video too. Use my creator code YTRubus in the item shop. Like I said, this weekend, guys, we're gonna be playing with every single person that tries to add me. I'm gonna be doing that. It's honestly gonna be crazy, but I'm definitely ready for it. So without further ado, guys, I'm gonna cut the video here. Hope you guys did enjoy this gameplay. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.